Welcome to This Day in Everything Cool for April 10th. On this day in 1912, an unsinkable ship set sail. The RMS Titanic departed the docks in Southampton, England on her maiden voyage to New York City, being the biggest, fastest, and most technologically advanced ship ever built. Registered in Liverpool, the Titanic was also one of the most luxurious ships, with some of the world's richest people booking tickets, while less affluent second and third class passengers were stuffed below decks. With all those eggs in one basket, it's a good thing that the Titanic was equipped with an ingenious new watertight door mechanism, which was designed to keep the ship afloat even if it did something unimaginable like hit an iceberg, which everyone knew was a remote proposition. This means it wasn't a problem that the Titanic didn't have nearly enough lifeboats for everyone on board, because, as the saying went, God himself could not sink this ship. Tune into This Day at Everything Cool on April 14th to find out what happens next. Another big thing from Liverpool struck disaster on April 10, 1970. Paul McCartney publicly announced that he was leaving the Beatles, effectively meaning that the band itself would break up. This followed years of strife, especially between McCartney and fellow Beatles founder John Lennon, with all four members of the band privately leaving and coming back at one point or another. This time, when McCartney decided to go public with his departure, that was it, and everyone knew that the Beatles were finished. Given that they were the biggest band in the world, arguably ever, this created a huge controversy, with everyone wanting to know all the gory details of why they really broke up. They never got back together again, and all four members went on to have successful solo careers. The movie industry saw a whole new ball of wax on April 10, 1953. The Vincent Price horror movie House of Wax premiered in New York City, becoming the world's first color 3D movie. The way it worked was that there were actually two separate 35mm film prints, one red and one blue, projected onto the screen at the same time, with audiences wearing red and blue glasses that created a stereoscopic 3D effect. This was a huge leap forward in technology at the time, and there weren't very many theaters that could actually show it, but it was still a huge hit, with audiences everywhere rushing to see it. The success of House of Wax kicked off a 3D movie craze that lasted through the 1950s and early 1960s, with countless other movies using the same technology. This kind of 3D saw a resurgence in the 1980s, and in 2009, Titanic director James Cameron introduced the world to a new kind of digital 3D with his blockbuster Avatar.